And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to The View from Here Behind Enemy Lines. Today, we're going to give you a little treat. We're not going to talk politics if we can help it. We're going to talk about some black and white films, notable black and white films with starring certain people. I picked a bunch of people that were probably the biggest stars of their day, male and female. I didn't want to leave the ladies out. And we're concentrating mainly on the 30s and 40s, although Mike here insists he's going to bring up some people from the 50s. You may have to because Burt Lancaster and Kirk Douglas, they started in the 40s, but they really got big in the 50s. So we're going to mention them, and I know you're going to go off on a rant on the 50s. So
Sure.
anyway,
Start off with 1934. It happened one night.
that was
Claudette Colbert and Clark Gable.
Clark Gable. I forgot about. Oh, I should have included Clark Gable in this thing.
Yeah, well,
he was the biggest star in those days, actually.
Yeah, he was.
I don't know how I forgot him.
That's okay. I didn't. Anyway, it's about a rogue reporter trailing a runaway heiress, and what happens is something very risque during the time. They have sex.
What was risque at the beginning was when they're hitchhiking because their car broke down.
Yeah.
And she actually
Sticks her leg.
She lifts her dress to show her calf.
Her gams.
Just her calf, right? Or maybe it was above the knee. And that was a big deal back then.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's a very risque movie for its time. I mean, I believe that was where they put the blanket. Was that they had the blanket across the room to separate them so this way they were separate, and then somebody's blowing Gabriel's horn? Anyway, there you go.
I don't know. Also, maybe. Well, yeah, Clark Gable was also in another scandalous scene, which was Gone with the Wind, which was one of the most successful films ever.
Let's not go to another movie.
No, it's Clark Gable. And when he said at the very end, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. That was a big scandalous line. Today, that's nothing. I mean, come on, we curse more in 1 minute than they cursed in a whole decade.
Yeah. So anyway, let's not forget Mutiny on the Bounty.
Mutiny on the Bounty with Clark Gable. Oh,
and
really good. And what's his name? The little Charles Lawton. Not Charles who? Aston, get out of here. Charles Lawton. He was a very good actor. He was a director also. And Charles Lawton, I remember the most. Besides that, who?
The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Exactly. Why wasn't I made of stone?
One of his best movies was Witness for the Prosecution.
That was a good one too.
That was a great surprise ending.
I'm trying to remember the film, but I can't right now. But he made a lot of great films, that guy.
Yeah, he was also in Spartacus.
He was in Spartacus with Kirk Douglas?
Yes, he was the senator that gives him all the money so this way he can escape Rome.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, he gives that to Audrey Hepburn.
Oh, Audrey Hepburn was Kirk Douglas's love interest?
Main squeeze, yes.
Oh shoot, I didn't even realize that.
Well, that's because you're talking to me.
I haven't watched the film in
What are you going to mention a movie?
What's that?
When are you going to mention a movie worth watching?
I'm trying, but you keep talking, you keep yakking away. All right, now that we did an actor, let's go with an actress. Yeah, I still call them actresses. Women are not actors; they are actresses.
Yes.
Okay. No matter what the fucking left wants you to say, they're all the thing. They're all acting. Yeah, she's an actor, but she's an actress. Anyway, Barbara Stanwyck.
Oh God.
I love Barbara Stanwyck, even though she was supposedly a real big dyke. Okay.
It doesn't matter what she was. Her screen presence was always very pushy.
Oh, very, very commanding. The one that comes to mind the most is the one with Fred McMurray.
I know.
Double Indemnity.
Yes.
Where she's a femme fatale and she cons him into killing her husband for the insurance money.
Right.
And that's got a nice ending. A little twist of an ending too. That was good though.
Let's not forget Gone with the Wind, another Clark Gable movie.
She was in that too?
No, Gone with the Wind is another Clark Gable movie.
I mentioned Gone with the Wind and the scandalous one.
But you didn't mention it as a movie. I'm mentioning it as.
You know who else was in that movie?
Yes.
Who?
Leslie Howard.
Besides him. No. I'm talking about somebody who became very famous in the 50s on TV.
Vivian Leigh.
Not her. Although she was a big star.
She was the other star.
I'm talking about a guy who had a small part in this movie.
Thomas Mitchell was her father.
Became a big star in the 50s. An idol of millions of children.
Don't know.
He played Superman on TV. George Reeves.
Okay.
George Reeves. You don't remember? George Reeves was in.
He had a big role.
What are we talking? In
one of the suitors for Vivian.
the Wind. Yeah, he was in it though. No, he was in it for a little while. You know, not a big role.
No, it's not a big role.
What?
You're no kidding. It's not a big role.
But he was in it. That was my point. Don't argue with me. Don't talk back to me. I'm your senior. I'm 3 years older than you.
Yeah, senior.
Respect your elders, bitch.
Well, what, Hispanic? Yeah, senior.
Respect your elders, bitch.
Okay.
Okay, let's go back to one of my all-time favorite actors. Cary Grant. No, well, him too, but Gary Cooper. Gary Cooper.
Oh, God.
Now, my favorite film is from the 50s, so I can't talk about that one today. High Noon. Well, but we got into the 50s, and I did it first. Even though you wanted to and I didn't want to, I had to do it because that was a great film. But he had films like, where is it? Mr. Deeds Goes to Town, which has been remade at least twice. That's once by, who was Richard Pryor, and once by Adam Sandler.
What about John Doe?
Meet John Doe was a really good film. He's about to commit suicide. And Barbara Stanwyck was the reporter, right?
I think so. Who did Mr. Smith Goes to Washington?
That was Jimmy Stewart.
Okay.
He's another really good actor.
Fantastic.
Stewart, Clark Gable. I forgot about those. Damn it. How could I forget those two? Sheesh. Oh, you know who was also big in the 40s and into the 50s? They started in the 40s, or maybe even in the 30s. Bob Hope and Bing Crosby.
Oh, the road movies.
The road movies, exactly.
Yeah, the road to Bali, the road to Morocco,
the road to riches is what they were on. Okay.
Well, actually, Bob Hope had a reputation of being the richest actor in all of Hollywood.
Yeah. By the time he died at age 100 or 99, he was over 100. He was a billionaire long before he died.
One of my very favorite movies of all time, okay, is another sleeper. And it has Walter Pidgeon and Maureen O'Hara in How Green Was My Valley.
How Green Was My Valley. You know, it's funny you mentioned that. Yes, a couple of days ago I was talking to my granddaughters because of their summer reading, and I was telling them about how one summer when I was in Europe for the whole summer, that was one of the books I had to read for school. How Green Was My Valley. And I read it while I was over there on vacation. I got back here to the States, and I'd read all 5 books that we were supposed to read, right? And I was eager to do a report on that. And the teacher says, "Well, most of you didn't read these things, so we're not going to do reports on them." I was going to get a friggin' A, man.
You know? Yeah. Well, you got one.
I got nothing from that. Nothing. I got nothing. Okay. Oh, there was a woman who was a real bitch in Hollywood.
Yeah, there was a lot of them.
You know who I'm talking about?
Could have been Betty Davis.
She was supposed to be a little spicy too, but worse than Davis. And she worked with this other woman. Betty Davis worked with her in at least 2 films. And from what I understand, they couldn't stand each other.
Okay.
Joan Crawford.
Yeah, Joan Crawford.
She did that film, Mildred Pierce, um, which was which was a very which was based on a classic novel, Mildred
Right.
Pierce. She did that in 1944.
You know,
She
I forgot.
stars as a mother sacrificing everything for her ungrateful daughter in this noir melodrama.
Now, here's an interesting thing. I didn't mention who was in How Green Was My Valley, Walter Pitch and Maureen O'Hara, but
You did.
Andy McDowell, I believe, had his childlike part there.
Andy McDowell, really?
Yeah, I think he was the kid.
Wait, Andy McDowell. I'm thinking of Andy
Roddy
McDowell,
McDowell. Roddy
the
McDowell.
female.
Sorry, Roddy McDowell.
Roddy McDowell. Yeah. Oh yes, yes. You're correct. Roddy McDowell was in that.
Okay.
Yeah. Andy McDowell was a lot younger than Roddy McDowell.
Here's an interesting thing, though.
She's hot.
How Green Was My Valley was what got an award as Best Picture in 1941, and Walter Pidgeon was in it. In 1942, Walter Pidgeon again kicks ass in Mrs. Miniver. British family struggles to survive the first months of World War II. I believe that's when they actually showed the effect of Dunkirk on the sailing families. That's when
Dunkirk. You mean?
That's Dunkirk is exactly what I meant when I said it.
Okay. No, I didn't hear what you said.
Well, get the potatoes out of your ears. So anyway, the thing is that that is an extremely amazing movie because it tells you, like, we have plenty of movies about World War II, but this is about civilians living in World War II and this one heroic event where regular guys got their fishing boats, any kind of boat, and went to Dunkirk to fish the British soldiers out because there was no escape for them.
Yeah.
And they lost lives.
And people don't know why to this day that Hitler didn't send the panzers in to destroy the British army right then and there, because they were at the mercy of the Germans, and the war would have been over for England at that point. But for some reason, Hitler told them not to move in. Well, I think I think part of the reason was probably because he was still hoping to get England on his side. He respected the Brits.
You mentioned Bing Crosby, but you didn't mention his biggest movie.
Holiday or White Christmas?
Now, Going My Way with Barry Fitzgerald, and that won an Academy Award, 1944.
I don't remember. I have not seen that since the 50s. So
O'Malley arrives at St. Dominic's. Old Father Fitzbidden didn't think much about his new assistant.
Yes. He was a young guy who was smoking his pipe, as he always did in all his films.
But that came right after one of our favorites, Roy, Casablanca.
Oh, that was in the 40s. That was during World War II, or was it right after World War II they made it?
1942.
42. It was during World War II.
Now, here's the thing.
Great film. It's still a great film.
If you look at this movie, it's like watching literally a chess game. All the characters. There's the queen. There's the bishop. There's the two kings battling it out. There's their entourage. Louis, he's kind of funny.
Louis the rook.
Yeah, he might. Well, yeah, he's a big power. But it just, if you look at it, because the movie starts with Rick in the Rick's Cafe.
Yeah.
The first time we see him, he's playing chess against himself. That should be the greatest clue that what is about to follow. What is about to follow is a chess game.
Okay.
And I think one of the pawns is the guy that did all those monster movies. Rick, you've got to help me.
Oh, Peter Lorre.
Yeah.
He was fucking good in that.
I stick my neck out for no man.
That film had some really good actors in it, but it also, there were a lot of lines that came out of that are still used today. Famous movie lines. You have a few. One is, of all the gin joints in the world, she has to pick mine. That's
Yep.
one.
Yeah.
Two, play it again, Sam, which he never said, by the way.
You
He
know,
never said that. It was just play it, Sam.
Louis, this is going to be a beautiful friendship.
Louis, I think this is going to be the start of a beautiful friendship. That's
right.
at the end. But the other one was was in.
Which was never said.
Here's to you, kid.
Yeah. Play it, Sam. You played it for her, play it for me.
I just said that. He never said play it again, Sam. He just
I know.
said play it.
Play it, Sam. Just
well,
said it.
And also, here's looking at you, kid.
Yeah, that's right.
And then the other one is we'll always have Paris.
You know, the funny thing is that Ingrid Bergman, one of the most beautiful women of all time. Now we're going to go.
Yeah. What was your point?
We're going to go. I had a question.
What was your point? You said yeah, but the thing is, Ingrid Bergman, one of the most beautiful women of all time, and then you stop.
Well, because I was going to go ahead and go right into 1945's best movie of the year, which I think absolutely sucks. The Lost Weekend with Ray Milland as a drunk.
As a drunk who can't remember what he did.
The only picture Jane Wyman was ever in.
No, she was in other films.
I know, but it's like I couldn't. She was like nothing to me. Actually, there's a movie that came out in '46 that I've watched a number of times. It's very interesting. It reminds me a little bit of Mrs. Miniver in that it tells you about the lives of the regular people, the best years of our lives.
Oh yeah, that was tough. They used real vets in that, including the guy that had no hands.
He actually was the real deal.
Yeah. Oh, speaking, you were talking about Bogart in Casablanca. Another one he did the year before he did Casablanca was The Maltese Falcon.
Oh shit!
That was Peter Lorre also, and the fat man of the movies, Sidney Greenstreet. I loved Sidney Greenstreet. Oh, Mr. What was his name?
Coverage.
No, he was good. He was good. He played Spade. Oh, Mr. Spade.
Sidney Greenstreet was also in Casablanca.
Who?
Sidney Greenstreet.
Yes, he was in Casablanca. He was the guy who Rick sold his cafe to. The guy who wanted it all along, and he sold it to him.
Cover charges.
Cover charges. And then there was no, that was in the 50s. With that Bogart played with Katharine Hepburn, and the one on the boat where they go to blow up the
Queen.
African Queen. Yeah, that was good.
Well, in 1948, we got good old Laurence Olivier, who directed and starred in this movie, Hamlet.
You know, I saw Hamlet in the 50s one time with him in the 50s once, and never saw it again.
First of all, you're not young enough. You're not old enough to have seen it in the 50s.
Then it was in the 60s. I saw it once. I know that.
Because, I mean, what are you, 73? 74. Okay. What
year was that one?
1948.
Okay, so
you probably saw it when you were a teenager.
I saw it in the 50s.
Yeah. Saw it as a teenager, and
I told you I saw it in the 50s. You dumb fuck.
Okay.
Duh. Don't correct me. I'm your superior.
Well, the thing is that I was 6 years old in 1960. That makes you what?
9.
10 years old?
9.
Yeah, 9. What are you doing watching Hamlet?
Probably my mother watched. I don't know. Then maybe it was in the 60s. I don't know.
Yeah, it probably was. That's what I'm saying, because it's just.
Hey, we had one TV and we had 1, 2, 3 networks, and we had 7, 8 channels. We were lucky. Most of the country had 3 channels or even 1 only.
When I was hitchhiking and I ended up getting stuck in Denver in 1972, They had 3 channels for Denver, Colorado.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, we were lucky because New York had the local channels, and New Jersey had a couple of UHF channels. Oh, and they had PBS here in Newark, out of Newark.
Listen, I have no memory of watching Hamlet other than seeing Florence Olivia's face, as the star.
Yeah,
I think that was his big breakthrough movie.
I think that's what gave him his fame from then on.
Wasn't
Yeah,
wasn't
you're right. Breakthrough movie.
wasn't he in Petrified Forest?
I don't know. I know he was in a film you don't like to talk about.
Brazil.
In Brazil. Yes.
I have become rich like Petro. I am going to buy every copy of that movie and burn it.
Oh shit!
Hey,
What
you die.
Okay. Oh, Bogart also in 1946, the year after, no, a few years after the other one, starred in The Big Sleep.
Okay.
Okay, where he was Philip Marlowe this time.
Which
Sam Spade in the Maltese Falcon.
movie that his wife he met his wife.
Oh, the one with the storm with
No, that wasn't Key Largo.
Key Largo. Yeah,
No.
he was in that with her.
He was with her, but he didn't meet her there.
Oh, what did he meet her in?
One where he's like in South America and she's like a strumpet. Lauren Bacall.
Yeah, I know Lauren Bacall. I saw Lauren Bacall in person once in New York.
Yeah, my ex-girlfriend insists that she looks like Lauren Bacall.
Which one, Lisa?
Yeah. I try not to mention her name.
Does she look like her?
I don't know. I mean, she says when she was younger. So she wasn't younger when I met her.
Okay. Anyway, so Philip Marlowe and Sam Spade, what do they have in common? The Bogart characters.
They're both movies characters.
They're both characters in the novels by, oh my God, I forget the name of the guy who wrote them. He used to be a Pinkerton detective, and then he became a novelist. Hold on. Darn it. Hey, Siri, who wrote Sam Spade? Dashiell Hammett. That's it.
Okay, yeah.
Dashiell Hammett wrote those things. Going back to the 30s. I think it was in the 30s that Gunga Din with Cary Grant was made, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it had to be the late 30s.
Gunga Din, what's his name? The guy who was friends with John Wayne. He was an ex-boxer. He did The Quiet Man with John Wayne. He was he was Maureen O'Hara's brother. They had the fight at the end. McLaughlin. I can't remember his first name. And also Douglas Fairbanks Jr. He was in Gunga Din.
Okay.
Right, and Cary Grant started. And another one from that era was with Gary Cooper, one of my favorite films, Beau Geste. Do you remember Beau Geste?
Vaguely, it didn't really do it for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they've remade that a couple of times, actually.
That's
but to me, that was the best one.
No doubt.
Yeah. Jerk.
Mr. Jerk to you, pal.
I'm trying to remember. Oh, Robert Preston was in that. Oh, Brian Donlevy. He was the other guy who was always he played the sergeant in Beau Geste, and he was really tough. He was tough on Gary Cooper and his friends.
Was it Blood Alley that they met? No, that's 1955. It's too late.
Oh, you're looking at Bogart?
No, Lauren Bacall.
Yeah, Bogart and Bacall.
I'm only interested in her right now.
Bacall.
How many?
Uh, oh,
Okay, it might be Dark Passage. A man convicted of murdering escapes from prison and works with a woman to try to prove his innocence. I think it was Dark Passage.
oh,
Um,
isn't that the one where at the end the killer actually kills herself to blame so that he gets blamed for killing her?
uh,
Also,
I don't remember it that well.
She framed him to begin with, and then she tries to frame him again for her own suicide.
Oh shit, she was in The Big Sleep. She was
Oh
also
yeah, she was the daughter that Marlowe was hired by her father, and she was one of the two daughters.
she was also in To Have and To Have Not, another Bogart movie.
Haven't
Key
have not.
Largo. She was oh shit, she was in Misery with James Caan and Kathy Bates.
Oh, I don't remember. Yeah, I mean, in her later years, she still did some films.
Written on the Wind.
Uh,
That's it. That's those are the only ones I'd really be interested in.
Siri, where did Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall first meet? To Have and Have Not, 1944.
Huh, interesting.
That was where they met, and then they were together until his death in the 50s.
Okay, so that was 1944. During World War II, an American expatriate helps transport a French resistance leader and his wife. Yes, now it's coming back to me. To Martinique while romancing a. Yeah, he met her there, 1944,
Okay.
and instantly
She
fell in
was
love.
young. She was still like 21. He was already in his 40s.
Yeah, but
Well,
he was fucking Humphrey Bogart. God damn it!
no, he wasn't fucking Humphrey Bogart. She was fucking Humphrey Bogart.
Oh, that, that's how Humphrey Bogart rolls, baby. Yeah. No, she was. The thing is that he was completely blown away by her. Don't make a joke out of that. And
He was hot. Even when I saw her, she was in her 70s, and before she died, a few years before she died, and she was still hot.
yeah,
You know, what else do you got from? You're looking obviously at a list of Academy Award films.
yeah, because I don't need AI to come up with that idea.
Oh, how about Holiday with Cary Grant and Katharine Hepburn, another star of the 40s and 50s? Uh,
Sorry, it's not on.
and actually, this was in the 30s. This was in the 30s. He plays a free-spirited man engaged to the wrong sister, with Hepburn as the spirited sibling who challenges his plans. So he's engaged to her sister, but falls in love with her. This
Uh,
is a recurring theme throughout some films in Hollywood over the decades.
let's see. Here's one. All
You know
Quiet
what?
on the Western Front, 1930.
What's that?
All Quiet on the Western Front.
That was Gary Cooper, right?
I
No,
don't.
no, I'm sorry. That was the German film. I apologize.
1930.
1930. That was the German film, German made film, right?
Well, it's an American
It's
award.
been remade. It's been remade several times.
Yeah, but this was the first.
That was the first, and it was American or German?
1930. That's all I know.
Ah, you're an idiot. Let's see.
No, that's all the information that's there.
Yes, but I'm telling you that it was not. Ah, all right. Let's find out. All quiet.
Did they give out awards to let's see.
That might have won the Academy Award too. 1930. No, it was American. 1930. Blue Ayers was Paul.
Yeah, the Grand Hotel was 1933. The Great Ziegfeld was 37.
Ooh, the Great Ziegfeld. I remember watching that on Million Dollar Movie, Channel 9.
Yep.
You know, for a whole week straight.
Crawford, he was in that. That was his big thing before he got that.
Crawford was also in Beau Geste.
Yeah, he was also in a TV show where Racket Squad.
Was it Racket Squad?
I don't.
Something else. No, it was something else. I forget what. But I remember I used to watch it too. Broderick Crawford. He had that voice, you know.
Let's not forget All About Eve.
Broderick,
Dave,
All About Eve. Yeah, I think that
I'm
had.
sorry you can't include that because it's in 51.
Oh no, it's not here. No, I'm sorry. No, the Lady Eve. I was looking at the Lady Eve. That's Stanwyck plays a con artist who falls for her mark, played by Henry Fonda.
1960, Ben-Hur.
Ben-Hur was a good film, but that's yeah. Oh, you know that he won an Oscar. Broderick Crawford won an Oscar as Willie Stark in All the King's Men, and as Chief Dan Matthews on the syndicated TV series Highway Patrol. That's what it was. Highway Patrol. I remember he was in some movie where at the end he was a gangster, a retired gangster. He was dying, but he hired some private eye to find something that somebody had stolen from him. And I can't remember what the hell it was. Let's see if I can find his latest movie. All the King's Men. You know what All the King's Men was?
Broderick Crawford.
Yeah, but but it was based on that guy who was shot and killed, Huey Long from Louisiana.
Here's the thing.
You know Huey Long?
No.
He was the kingfish, they called him. He was a corrupt politician, but he was running for. I think he was running for governor of Louisiana, and he was assassinated by somebody who was pissed off at him because he didn't get a job that he wanted.
Here's a movie from the 30s that did not win an Academy Award because it simply wasn't done at that time. Things to Come, which is an H.G. Wells story, I believe.
H.G. Wells?
Yeah, Things to Come. Fantastic movie. Raymond Massey was in it. And the idea was that somehow we end up going into the future, and he ends up seeing what is to come. So, and let's not forget, God Knows Mr. Anderson. That was a great movie.
God Knows Mr. Anderson, not Mr. Anderson. God Knows Mr. That was with. Oh my God, we talked about this a couple of days ago.
That was before Heaven Can Wait.
Yeah, God Knows Mr. Oh, jeez. But who was that with? Mr. Oh my God. Mr. Not Moster. Mr.
Not Moster.
Movies. Oh, come on, man. God Knows, maybe Mr. Allison.
That sounds queer.
God Knows Mr. Allison, I think.
No, that's not right.
I believe so. No, I'm sorry. It's Robert Mitchum. It's Heaven Knows Mr. Allison.
Okay.
Robert Mitchum was another cool guy, but he was mainly in the 50s.
He was also he was famous for being a bad boy.
Yeah, Cape Fear, and also the one where he played the preacher from. He was.
In real life, he got arrested for smoking marijuana and actually improved his career.
Yeah, but he played that. What the hell was it? Where he goes to after the two kids, the boy and the girl, because he'd been in prison with their father, and the father had hidden the money he robbed from a bank, and he thought the kids knew where it was.
I have no idea.
He came in making believe he was a preacher, but he had love and hate tattooed on his knuckles.
Oh, that's I know that movie. It'll come to me.
That was a good film too. It was scary. He was a scary guy.
Cape Fear.
Cape Fear, yeah. He was better than De Niro was good in Cape Fear, but I think this guy was better. You know, I think Robert Mitchum. He was more of a subtle menace. Okay, De Niro's character was over the top, scary, but Robert Mitchum's character was a very subtle, dangerous villain.
Okay.
Oh, and the same guy was in the two films. what's his name? Gregory Peck. He was in both films. In the first one, he was the victim of the of Robert, the guy Robert Mitchum wanted to kill. And the second one, he was, I think, the judge in the De Niro remake.
He was also in a funny little movie called God Knows Mr. Anderson. Allison. Heaven knows Mr.
Heaven
Allison.
knows, Mr. Allison.
Yeah,
I just told you that a minute ago.
You picked the wrong movie because that's the one about he's on this island and there's a nun and he's taking care of her. It's not the same movie that you thought it was.
Let me see. Hold on. Robert Mitchum, right? Is it Robert Mitchum also?
Yes.
That would be Heaven Knows Mr. Allison.
Yes, which is about him and a nun.
Yeah. And what was the one you were talking about?
Cape Fear. No, I was talking about a movie. Robert Mitchum was not in it. It was replaced by Heaven Can Wait with Beatty.
Beatty, yeah. It was the Cary Grant movie, maybe. No.
It was the one where he's a football player and he dies and they send him back again.
Yeah, it was Heaven Can Wait was the name of the one that Beatty made. It was a remake of, was that, who was that character? Let me see. Hey Siri, what was Heaven Can Make a remake of? Let's try it that way. Here comes Mr. Jordan. There it is.
There you go. That's it. That's the correct one.
Here comes Mr. Jordan. Mr. Jordan was played by, who was it? Oh no, wait, that's what the hell?
Mr. Jordan was from Casablanca. That was Louis.
Yes, he played God basically. James Mason played God in Heaven Can Wait.
Well, he had the voice for it.
Yes, he did, didn't he? I always liked his voice. It was a little strange because you never heard anybody talking like him. No, but James Mason, he had a very unique way of speaking. Not just the tone of his voice, but the timbre and I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, that's nothing new. Wow.
Oh, you know another one. There was a remake of the one you said, Heaven Knows Mr. Allison. The remake was the one with Clint Eastwood and Warren Beatty's sister. What's her name?
Mrs.
No. Jesus, you're an asshole.
Okay,
it's Clint Eastwood and oh god,
so they're automatically
the one who said she had other lives and she could see. Oh Jesus, I can't remember her name now.
okay. Well,
She's Warren Beatty's sister in real life,
very
and she played a nun, and he was trying to protect her, and he didn't rape her because he thought she was a nun.
That's Heaven Knows Mr. Allison.
Yes, but the remake was with Clint Eastwood as a cowboy trying to get this nun to safety.
No, I don't watch his crappy movies.
God.
Okay, this is Robert Mitchum's #1 movie according to this ranker, and it is the only movie directed by Charles Lawton.
Which one?
The Night of the Hunter.
That's the one I was talking about, where he makes believe he's a preacher to try and get the kids
That's
to.
what I've been looking for. I've been doing this. I did this for you. I did this for fucking you, bitch. Anyway, Shirley Winters is in it.
Oh, let me ask you this: you say you don't like Clint Eastwood. You did like The Unforgiven.
Absolutely, and also Heartbreak Ridge.
And you liked Heartbreak Ridge. You liked The Mule. The Mule.
I don't like his spaghetti westerns. Done.
Okay. How about Gran Torino? That was one of his best.
That was excellent.
That was a great film.
Right,
Yeah.
but you only bring up garbage movies that he did.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. You do. Bloodwork was pretty good.
I don't really remember that one.
True Crime. where he's a reporter and the guy's on death row and he's trying
Oh,
to prevent the
no.
guy from being he's
Don't.
trying to prevent this black guy from being executed for a crime he didn't commit,
Great. I don't know it.
and he only has like 48 hours to do
Oh,
it.
yeah, yeah. Got it. No problem.
Bridges of Madison County. That was a total.
Piece of crap.
It was a total
That was his woman.
different role for him, and he was with that bitch Meryl Streep.
Yeah, it was a vagina movie.
Yes.
Right up there with Notebook.
And then, oh wait, why are we talking about this? None of these are that we've been mentioning the past 2 minutes are black and white films.
Well, actually, Night of the Hunter is. So is Cape Fear.
Night of the Hunter is, but I think that was in the 50s.
Cape Fear is 62. Night of the
Cape Fear is 62.
I don't give a shit about the timeline.
Obviously.
You know, it's here's one from 1945, which I've never seen. It includes our buddy who we've just been talking about,
Robert Mitchum,
Burgess Meredith, Freddie Steele, Wally Castle, Jimmy Lloyd, John R. Riley, and William Murphy. Nobody's mentioned their names in 40 years. Okay, the story of G.I. Joe.
Oh my God.
Yeah. By the way, there's an excellent movie that came out in 1996 that is in black and white. It's with Johnny Depp, and I believe it's his last movie.
I don't care. It's not black and white.
Dead Man. Excellent movie.
Oh, speaking of Burgess Meredith,
Iggy Pop.
what's the one black and white film that comes to mind with him that was done in the 30s, I think? Of Mice and Men. He was George. And the guy who played Wolfman, what was his name? The Man of a Thousand Faces.
Lon Chaney Jr.
Lon Chaney Jr. He played Lenny.
Well, the thing is, Lon Chaney Jr. wasn't much of an actor.
Yeah, he always had that sad face. I'm
But, you know, The Longest Day is black and white, and it's 1962. So there.
That was a really good film. It had 42, I think, international stars in it.
Let's not forget Young Frankenstein. That was in black and white.
Young Frankenstein. That was, and the outtakes from that film are hilarious.
They're hysterical. Frau Brooker. No matter where you say your name in the house,
you haven't touched your food yet. There, I touched it. All right.
Roll. She was so sexy in that movie.
Help me with the bags, Igor. Certainly, you take the blonde, I'll take the brunette.
Yeah.
And then he bites the thing.
Harvey Keitel was the
Gorman. What?
He's the one that had the bad arm that he's.
No, that was the guy who played Springtime for Hitler on stage. In the Producers.
Harvey Korman.
No, it wasn't Harvey Korman.
Yes, it was.
What, in Young Frankenstein?
Yes.
No, that was the guy who played Hitler in Springtime for Hitler, which was the production of the Producers.
No, not at all.
My God.
I'm looking it up.
Oh yeah, okay, look it up.
Marty Feldman. Doesn't say any more than that on my thing. Gene Wilder. Gene Wilder actually helped write that? Wow, that's interesting.
There it is. Gene Wilder. Okay, let's see who the inspector
Gene
was.
Wilder, Madeline Kahn, and Marty Feldman are the main stars. Okay, so I'm going to have to go bigger.
Wait a minute, I'm trying to figure. Oh, you know that Gene Hackman wasn't even supposed to be in the film, but he wanted to be in it.
He did.
That's why they were. Most of the thing was like written on the spot, and that last line of his, when Frankenstein flees and it goes out, that was totally improvised. He said, "Friend, where are you going? I was going to make espresso."
Gotcha.
Yeah. Peter Boyle, where the hell? Kenneth Mars, Inspector Kemp.
Like I said, we were both wrong.
No, Kenneth Mars, not not Louis from Casablanca. And here it is again. The producers. He played Franz Liebkind.
Gene Hackman was the blind man. That was fantastic.
Oh shit! Christopher Hewitt was in. I didn't know Christopher Hewitt was in the producers. I gotta watch that again. That was a good film.
I tried. I just couldn't do it.
What, the original producers with Zero Mostel?
No. Young Frankenstein. What we're talking about.
You have not seen all of Young Frankenstein?
No, I said I tried to watch it again. I couldn't do it.
Oh, again. Okay.
Just
a lot of times there are some films where I want to watch again, but it's just I don't know why. There's something that keeps me from going through the whole thing again. Madeline Kahn was a hottie.
Who the fuck is Kenneth Mars? Oh shit! Now I see his face. Okay. Yeah. Some ugly son of a bitch.
Marty Feldman.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true.
It was a shame he died so young, man. I think it was in his maybe early 50s. I think it was late 40s, early 50s.
His eyes lived on.
Yeah. He was really freaking good.
Well, you know what? It's not like he wasn't successful.
Yeah, that's true. And he was English. He was British.
Let's not forget Forbidden Planet.
Forbidden Planet with Leslie Nielsen as the romantic lead, the captain of the flying saucer from the United States, from Earth, I should say.
Yep.
I remember. Yeah, Walter Pidgeon was in that, and so was Anne Francis. That's
correct.
Later had a TV series, short-lived TV series, Honey West.
Another Walter Pidgeon movie.
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
Yep.
Walter Pidgeon, Anne Francis, and Robbie the Robot, who was introduced in that film. Did we talk about this yesterday?
We always talk about it. Because
no. I talked about that with my friend Joe when I was after lunch. I went to his house and we talked old movies. That's why I was inspired today. We talked about old movies for about 2.5 hours yesterday.
Yeah,
I'm limited to the 30s, 40s, and 50s, by the way. Okay.
Right.
I mean, we even covered stuff by Robert Redford and.
Well, The Invisible Man came out during the 40s.
Yeah, that starred Louis. What was his name? What's his name again?
Yes.
Who?
Thomas Conrad.
No.
Cedric Hardwicke, Vincent Price, Nan Gray, and John Sutton.
What are you talking about?
Returns.
What?
The Invisible Woman. Virginia
Invisible Woman. The Invisible Man I'm talking about.
I know you are.
And I'm talking about Claude Rains.
Correct.
You play. Oh, when was the next time he played the Invisible Man? Oh no, that wasn't him. That was Vincent Price played it. With Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein and Wolfman and Dracula, and at the end they're in the boat. They think they're safe, and a cigarette lights up in the air, and he goes, "What's that?" He goes, "Allow me to introduce myself." And it's
1941. Spencer Tracy, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Oh, he's the one who played Jekyll and Hyde. I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah, he played both characters, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Ingrid Bergman was in that too. Lana Turner and Donald Crisp, the inventor of the potato chip. Mysterious Island, of all things.
Oh wait,
1941.
That Walter Pidgeon.
No, I think this is that's a movie in another Soviet Union. We never saw it.
What? Mysterious Island?
Yeah, but made in Russia, 1941.
Oh wait, there's a Mysterious Island in 1961. Another one in 2005 with Kyle MacLachlan.
The Ape Man with Bela Lugosi and Wallace Ford.
Ape Man.
The Ape Man.
I don't remember that one. There's a lot of Mysterious Island remakes, man. And then there was a Journey to Mysterious Island.
The Man in Half Moon Street, The Monster, The Purple. I wonder when the Murders of the Rue Morgue came out.
Oh, and who was it? Who starred in that? Was that also
I just remembered the name. That's all.
Murders in the Rue Morgue.
They
Not
didn't have a lot
rumor.
of. They did not have very many science fiction movies. King of the Rocket Men with
Don't know that.
Tristram Coffin
Oh, okay. Here.
Jay Clark. Mighty Joe Young. That was a
Yeah.
famous one.
Wait, there were 2 murders in the Rue Morgue. I never saw the. Oh, God damn it!
Mighty Joe Young was in 1949.
I loved it. I love that movie.
That movie. Wait a second. When did King Kong come out?
39 or 38.
Now that was a movie.
Yeah, but I remember every Sunday and also every Thanksgiving and every Christmas for years, they had the lineup was King Kong, Son of Kong, Mighty Joe Young. And I had to watch it all the time.
Yeah.
I saw those things dozens of times. And it was the 3 of them. Okay, there were 2 murders in the. No, actually, there were more. Murders in the Rue Morgue has been made a lot of times. 1932 was Bela Lugosi and Sidney Fox. 1971, Jason Robards and Herbert Lom. You know who Herbert Lom was?
No.
He was the chief inspector in the Pink Panther movies. The guy who Clouseau drove crazy.
Oh, okay.
Clouseau's boss.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Oh, wait. They made the Murders in the Rue Morgue in 1914.
Frankenstein came out in 1931. Wow.
Ooh.
Boris Karloff. Great movie. Ah!
Jason Robards, Herman Lom. And then there was one in 1986. George C. Scott and Rebecca De Mornay.
Shandu, the Magician. Again, Bela Lugosi. 1932.
Bela Lugosi.
Ooh.
What?
I remember this creeping me out when I was a kid. The Island of Lost Souls with Charles Lawton.
I don't remember that.
It was real creepy. It was like in the swampy thing. You could just barely see the stuff. It was just like really just a bunch of basically misfits.
Hey, you know how Bela Lugosi's career went downhill?
Yeah.
Well, in 1931, he did Dracula, and he was at the top of his game, right? In 1952, he did a film called Bela Lugosi Meets a Brooklyn Gorilla.
What about all the Ed Wood movies? Ed Wood, he did a bunch of Ed Wood movies.
Yeah, he did. In the Ed Wood movie that they made with Johnny Depp, I remember that where they're filming that scene where he's going through he's chasing after, he's lumbering after his victim, and he hits the wall, and you see the whole structure shakes, right? Yeah. I remember that from the movie.
Well, the thing I took away from that movie was that Ed Wood, regardless of what a nut he was, he kind of gave Bela Lugosi his best last years.
True, he did. Okay, Ed Wood was the writer for. This was a movie that scared me because at the end you see the guy walking towards you while the credits are going, and the guy in black and a hat and sunglasses is walking towards you, and then he takes his sunglasses off and it's weird eye. It was what was it called? Oh my God. Plan 9 from Outer Space.
You actually thought that was scary.
No, well, I was a kid. That was made in 1957.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
by the way, Things to Come came out in 1936.
You know how he liked the Angora sweaters? There's a film called in 1994.
Yeah,
Ed Wood, Look Back in Angora.
Okay. There was a thing, something about
Ed Wood, A Salute to Incompetence, 2007.
1 second.
Go ahead.
Okay. Look at this.
What? Ed Wood box.
All the movies.
Oh, Jailbait.
Yep.
Read
I'm going to read all the titles.
Read all the titles. Ed Wood movies. You got to have Plan 9 from Outer Space there.
Let's put it this way. Ed Wood took his movie so seriously with, I believe Plan 9 from Outer Space got these terrible reviews in France. He attempted suicide because of it. Plan 9 from Outer Space, Night of the Ghouls, Jailbait, The Haunted World of Edward. That's got to be a documentary. Ed Wood. Glenn or Glenda. That's
Oh, it's about him because of his sweaters, right?
well. No, I think Jailbait. Yeah, Mike. Well, the idea is that you don't know whether it's a guy or a girl in
No,
the story. And then the Bride of the Monster.
it could have been made during the Biden administration.
Well, it probably was
Hey,
inspiration for
for
it.
those people who don't know, who never saw the movie Ed Wood, what did all those films have in common?
They were cheap.
And
Um,
all done in one take, every scene.
that's true. Let me read the cover. Bela Lugosi is in this as well. Bela Lugosi, Ed Wood Jr., Dolores Fuller, you know he was trying to save a buck, and Lyle Talbot.
Lionel Talbot, I know the name, but I can't remember what he did.
Starring Bela Lugosi, blah 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 blah. This is a true story of a man who lusted after women so much he wanted to dress like them. That's how you don't get one.
Is that Glenn and Glenda? Or
Yeah.
Glenda?
No, this is Glenda Glenda. Yeah, you're right. The first film based on strange tastes of legendary filmmaker Ed Wood and a sordid plea for acceptance in the world of bondage and sexually confused.
Oh, geez. Bondage, I didn't know he was into that.
Decades before the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Hell, it was decades before the Biden administration's push for, where he put all these men dressed as women in the administration.
Starring the famous shock star Bela Lugosi as the puppet master and Ed himself in the role of Glenn or Glenda. Again, he saved more money.
Of course, he wanted to do it. You know.
He also
I just found the guy who played the heavy in Tor Johnson.
Tor Johnson. Yeah, actually,
he was Swedish.
There was a scene in Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Professional wrestling.
They couldn't afford a flying saucer, and they had the pilots, sitting in the set. And what was it? Somebody had gotten a piece of board, sprayed it gray, put a shower curtain behind them to appear as the curtain, and they couldn't afford steering wheels. So the shot was cut. So this way, all you could see is the upper parts of their arms moving back and forth. And he said, so the guy doing the scene said, we're supposed to respond to a saucer flying by. He says, yeah. And the flying saucer was a flashlight that he ran across to make it appear as though the light from the flying saucer hit them. And it was just ultra cheap.
But hey, look, he it was in what do you call it? He used his imagination and overcame the lack of money.
Well, the thing is that regardless of how ridiculous these movies were, he made them. It reminds me of my game company. I may never take off, but at least I made my games. These movies, in their own time, did not take off. They're not considered some of the best, worst movies ever.
Yeah.
And, I recommend that you get smashed and watch these.
Well, he was given an Academy Award some time ago for worst director.
Posthumously?
Yeah, posthumously.
Well, the thing is, again,
I think that was after they did the film Ed Wood.
Right. So the thing is that, again, he made all these movies. They were shown in
theaters.
Well, yeah, mostly drive-ins. And they were cheap. And the thing is, most of the time, the teenagers of the day went to the drive-ins to make out.
Yeah, they weren't watching. And that wasn't worth watching anyway.
Yeah, so... But Tor Johnson actually. So the guy that was the pilot in Plan 9 from Outer Space, he goes ahead and he's invited to Tor Johnson's house.
Uh-huh.
And everybody in the house is as big as Tor Johnson.
Oh,
Tor
okay.
Johnson was massive.
Yeah, he was a wrestler, a professional wrestler.
And so the thing is that, so he sits down and they're throwing pounds of meat in front of him. And everybody's eating these massive mounds of meat. Really funny. And I think that is on the DVD for Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's an interesting interview. What's his name again?
Tor Johnson.
Oh, Vampira was in it too.
Vampira. Oh.
Yeah. Tor Johnson. Conrad.
Wait a minute. Vampira was she the one who did? No, she was the precursor to the woman who did those TV shows, the horror shows, who hosted, right. Or was that her? Period.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Vampira came before the other one.
Vampira. Who's the other one?
She's the other Vampira.
Jerk off.
But the thing is that yeah, I mean, there it is, right there.
I don't see. Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Right. Yeah. And you know what was happening is people were dying, and here's an interesting thing: Bela Lugosi died before it was finished. So, wait. Like he was
Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Pardon me.
Well, before what was finished?
Plan 9 from Outer Space. Before it was finished, Bela Lugosi died. You know, while it was being produced.
Okay. So
they needed somebody to replace Bela Lugosi. Okay, but who are you going to replace? So they hired Ed Wood's chiropractor to do scenes without talking of Bela Lugosi, and then they narrated over him, putting his cloak over his face like this, walking around.
Like Dracula.
Yeah, like Dracula. So he's walking around because he's one of the zombies. You know, he's walking around like this. Just imagine that. Bela Lugosi's dead, and you got Ed Wood's chiropractor, who doesn't have to act, just walking around the scene aimlessly, and that was the replacement for Bela Lugosi.
Jeez. I remember in the film Ed Wood how they showed that Bela Lugosi improvised when the machine with that octopus wasn't working, and he was throwing the thing's arms up and down.
He tried. He was doing his best.
Yeah, he got into the spirit of things. Yeah.
Holy smoke! Is it really 3:20?
3:21 by my clock.
Oh, yeah.
All right, yeah, we've gone over an hour, and I apologize, folks. This was going to be a better podcast than it turned out to be. But hey, if you got nothing better to do when you're watching it, what the hell?
It's not like you paid money for this, okay?
I like that. You know, I should put that up there. You know, Noble.
That's the title of
it. Name. It's not like you paid us for this episode.
Yeah, that's the title.
I'm going to do that.
And here's the good news: if you watch this to the end,
like
you don't even read it.
You paid to watch this. How about it's not like you paid to watch this?
That's right. Yeah, that's it.
Nope. Okay. Hold on.
Are we done?
I believe we are done. Welcome again to sorry. This is another apology from the view from here behind enemy lines. But we had fun doing it, even though you may or may not agree with us.
It's airtime. That's what we're here to generate as much. As a matter of fact, one of our episodes is probably just going to be we walk away from the cameras, sit and let them roll for about a half an hour, come back and say, well, thanks for visiting. That should be our next podcast.
No, 15 minutes would be enough. We don't need a half hour. Okay, good. See you next time, folks.